back if a Vile on top of a Relalt with the Shockwave over everybody is going to one-shot your entire team before the fight actually does begin. So Ultra Prime going to have to be creative in terms of how they...
Does Jinhao commit? No, he's going to take his recall. Doesn't seem like there's going to be much doing. Some damage down onto Leave, though. That's the heal from Niket.
Oh, they're still going. They're going to flash right on to Leave, actually. Proc the concussive blows. The barrier comes out, but it's still going to be first blood picked up for Baya, as Niket has to get on out of there as well. Ultra Prime just full sended onto the Corki, and will end up taking the NIP bot laner down.
This is the early laning phase that I wanted to see from Baya and Xiaoxia. Niket, you have flash still, so I imagine he's going to be fine. Maybe if that concussive blows had landed.
Yeah, and already used the ultimate, so not going to be in a good position to try to fight back in any sense, as looks like actually this dragon will be contested by Ultra Prime. Oh, but Baya just eats a full Shockwave combo and gets taken down instantly to start the combat. Another knockup lands onto Niket, though, as Ultra Prime get two back. Doinby and Niket both fall as UP successfully stop the dragon from being taken.
It's a mid-priority gain. Saber does not have ultimate, so he's going to walk here the good old-fashioned way. NIP, though, how much more can they grab from this? Uh-oh.
Wow, Leave and Baya just going at it, but now some reinforcements have arrived, and so Leave gonna get caught out.
70 CS in 5 minutes. Just watch. I'm praying over here. We got NIP most likely taking this dragon. Leave, gotta be a little careful here. Has his flash.
Gets exhausted, has the culling on top of him. Niket's gonna block the majority of that ultimate damage as Saber uses the Weaver's Wall forward to try to push out Doinby and the rest of his crew. The dragon does go over to Ninja's Pyjamas, though, and so they can take that with a victory. However, could look for some more now, as Saber has been targeted here by Nio, and it's going to get eaten by that Shockwave and shut down by Doinby. Junhao is not there with the response.
Still available here for Doinby, and as long as they can make this play, there's nothing else going here for UP.
Yeah, and Saber just going to face check that brush, run right into Niket's lance, and get targeted once more. Gets the entirety of the Magnus Storm put onto his body, as he will go down for the second time this game.
It's, you know, so Ultra Prime can feel a little happy about that, but they're going for a dive onto Jiang. He's using the ultimate to clear the wave. Teleports in.
Yeah, gonna get knocked up once again by that crash down. Niket goes from bot lane right to top lane. 2 straight dives, results in 2 straight kills for NIP.
And now they have their choice of objective that they can go for. Are NIP going to focus on getting the Herald that spawns in a minute's time, or are we looking towards the Dragon in a minute and a half? Big power spikes especially coming on through for NIP in a few moments here. A fully stacked Seraph's Embrace and a Trinity Force completed for Nio and Leave.
So NIP, after suffering from what was a bit of a rougher early portion of this game, have done a nice job to bounce back over these last few minutes. However, Doinby might have caught one wave too many, as Saber will go forward here. But now Niket's right back into the swing of things with that Magnus Storm. Gonna stun up Saber and take him down for the 3rd straight time. Zhang teleports back in, but it is all too late.
Maybe they make a play on the backside of this. Teleport behind from solo kill.
Makes it a little bit easier when you got a flank from an Aurora. And remember, a lot of those tools in terms of the ultimate still available on the NIP mid-jungle. Shockwave lands on Xiaoxia. He's going to have to flash away, eat up a ton of those rockets, but solo kill will flash forward and pick up the first kill of the fight. Now Nio has jumped in, chunking out Junhao. The Herald has been claimed already, but NIP want to look for the fight. Another vault breaker forward. There's the cease and desist on Baya, but Ultra Prime doing a nice job to kite back out, and Junhao will pick up another kill. With that, win becomes lightning. A 2-for-1 overall, but it looks like everybody will back on away. Ultra Saber gonna be in some trouble now as he eats a full Shockwave combo from Doinby, nearly taken out there by just the shock, or by just the dissonance. Gonna have to back and head back to a fight via a teleport of some capacity, but Doinby already has gotten himself that top lane tier 1 turret. Ultra Prime, though, have evened up that dragon count. Maybe looking for a plane.
Aside from the fights which have been going their way,
Dog.
No.
He's trying to catch a wave a little bit too high here as he gets eaten up by that cease and desist. The Shockwave comes through for good measure. And Doinby gets himself yet another kill, as well as that mid-tier 1 getting taken down. Xiaoxia is going to try to do something. He popped the summoner spell Ghost, but he can't do anything on that solo mission. It's going to be a tier 2 also taken by NIP as they've now added the gold.
I feel so vindicated. I feel like I called
the So Niket will get out alive, but now maybe giving Ultra Prime a timer to start up this Otacon.
Yeah, Leave just recalled, finished his Muramana here. Nobody from the side of Ultra Prime or from the side of Ninja's Pyjamas know this is happening. It'll be the Herald in mid. They're going to see if they can steal some camps. This is going to be a huge swing for UP.
And it's either NIP don't know what's happening or they don't feel like it's even worth it to contest, because that's just the Otacon going over for free on the side of Ultra Prime. They didn't even need to kill the enemy support to go for it. This is not an actual exchange. We're seeing a little bit of skirmishing around the river as Niket does get knocked up by the 3-talent strike, but just posturing at this point as Baya, as I say that, dashes way too forward, goes into an ultimate from Nio, and he's gonna be able to survive. And now it's Junhao going forward on the other side of things. Saber gets that kill. They almost knock up Doinby. They nearly take him down, but Junhao will still fall. It's a 2-for-1 overall in favor of Ninjas in Pyjamas, but Doinby does have to head back to base. However, the jungler for UP is down. Jungler for both teams are down, which means this dragon will be much harder to take.
Doinby's going to be able to teleport in. Niket had already swapped to smite the fight before, so he will not have access to that summoner spell. Are we going to get an actual fight around this objective? It seems like Ultra Prime are going to give, and that'll be the second dragon over to NIP after what was another situation, Grapes. Baya getting caught on a mid-wave, Baya getting caught out in the moments before an objective begins.
And you can see some of the thought process there. He imagined, I can have enough now with the Baron spawning in 25 seconds. We see Doinby right now pushing bot lane, so it does give Ultra Prime an opportunity to hit on this tier 1 turret.
I think Doinby should just commit. He doesn't have teleport, and he's afraid that with Baron spawning, Nio playing off of vision, trying not to be spotted so there isn't a Baron, and Ultra Prime are caught unaware. They're trying to reinforce mid lane. They were around the Baron, but too much time.
They start the Baron. Teleport coming in from Zhang, but Doinby is on the way. He has returned and will be here for a 5v5.
Huge item spikes and a lot of gold here for Doinby. We're seeing the top laners fight off.
There's the Magnet Storm Shockwave combo, and Saber already gets taken down 2-for-0 to start things off, but it will be Nio falling on the backside. Solo kill will get singled out by Baya as Ultra Prime are holding the line for now, but the health bars are very dangerously low. Zhang trying to fight a 1v2 against Doinby, nearly getting the kill, but will end up falling. It's a 3-for-2 overall, but Ultra Prime do a decent job and will be able to keep some of their bigger carries alive.
God, the support in mid here from NIP making all of the magic happen. If they can find Junhao now, Nio spawns in 20, Dragon's going to be up. That'll be sole point here for NIP if they can grab this. Junhao, let's see if you can do the race, brother.
It's going to be a very delayed death timer now as Junhao just dashes into his own doom. Doinby will pick up the goal, 45 seconds without an without an Ultra Prime jungler on the map. And that means that NIP likely can just start this Baron up again once Nio gets there.
Doinby is up 3,500 gold over his opponent, and we saw that reflected in that last fight by him having a completed Bloodletter's Curse versus Saber's 2 items here. I thought with Baya having completed the Infinity Edge, there was space for NIP to maybe find a much closer fight, but everything just got wiped alongside Zhang not being able to apply pressure onto the Orianna. That is one of the few matchups I think something could have maybe happened there. So Baron's going to get started. This should get ripped here by NIP. Saber is flying in.
Some sort of desperation. There's no way to engage for Ultra Prime, and it's going to cost them a whole lot more than the Baron. Baya has to dash away. The culling comes out, but the cease and desist will cancel that immediately. Solo kill gets himself another, and there's finally one traded back by Zhang, but it's going to be all for nothing unless Junhao can now do something about it. Lands that Crescent Guard, but now just going to try to send everybody on NIP back to safety where they can start up the Baron after taking down 4 members of Ultra Prime.
Okay. Can we do the Baron this time, guys? We've been around the Baron for 3 minutes now. We've neglected a lot of our ways. Ultra Prime have lost big time in 2 fights back-to-back. So Big Purple Worm's going to go over to them. Junhao's going to get some damage versus Aurel, versus Aurora, just putting all of this damage. I'm looking at the picture-in-picture right now. We might have another fight on our hands, but Dragon's about to fall.
Very low. Who's going to pick it up? Oh, it's stolen away by Nio, and now another engage comes through. A 3-man Magnet Storm from Niket. It's followed up by that cease and desist on the Baya, but he kites things out nicely and will be able to take the NIP jungler down. Actually gets a double kill, and now Doinby's running the wrong way, but solo kill and leave. Just do too much damage to the front line, and there's the Between Worlds, sending Ultra Prime to another world of defeat. NIP get themselves the ace, and with Baron in their hands, should be able to wrap up this game 1.
Okay, I was wrong about Leave having the Chovy CS at 15, but we're at 30 minutes and he has 300 CS. So I'm counting that. I'm taking that as a win for myself. As a Leave fan, we're eating good tonight. Another strong fight here from NIP, and Honestly, I'm just going to continue to hammer home the top side of Ninjas in Pyjamas really stole away this game.
Yeah, solo kill, a huge team fighting ultimate there. Leave doing a nice job to do a bunch of damage, and Doinby with those critical shockwaves. They're going to be the three to wrap up this game, hit the Nexus, and give NIP a 1-0 lead.
God damn, solo kill looked good in this game.
Here, Saber at least will have the range versus melee aspect of this rise into the Galio, and I think in general, feeling much better for Junhao to find
Dramatic though it is. You have a Sivir on one side of the map. Now you got to be careful. That lands, but it's not good enough.
Junhao though does unlock level 5 by stealing away those wolves, but Xiaoxia just walking too far. Gonna get flashed after by Nayo. One more Q would have done it unless he popped the heal in time. But the Justice Punch gonna land on the Junhao. Doinby now with the flash away. Saber looking to close the job out, and Baya will jump in to pick up first blood, but it'll go down in the trade as Nayo will make it a 1-for-1. And now the chase can continue. A stolen away stun lands onto Saber, and now NIP looking to continue the aggression. Another 1-for-1 overall as they're going to keep diving that tier 1 turret.
No.
It's a triple kill picked up for Nine.
Steal away at least 1.5, 2 camps here so you can get that Trinity Force online. And they are moving immediately, dropping these waves first to play.
Just non-stop aggression here in the jungle for NIP. Constantly trying to steal away some camps, and they're going to look for another fight here. The Moonlight Vigil, though, comes out from Baya, but Doinby has arrived with a hero's entrance, already taken down.
It's way easier for NIP to move. They've been doing it constantly, and I thought maybe with having Rise here that you'd be able to combat and match some of the push coming in to more deeper stats, because I would actually like to see if he's doing lethality max on this Aphelios.
And talk about being a nuisance again. It's Junhao just getting continuously focused down. Everyone going right after this Wukong and taking the Monkey King down as Nayo gets kill number 5. And looks like more is on the menu
Galio's
here
coming.
for NIP. Full 5 members on the bot side of the map with a wave crashing in. And things look bleak right now for Zhong and Xiaoxia. Nayo popping the Black Mist, now going forward in onto Xiaoxia. Solo kill will pick this one up. And Doinby comes in with a hero's entrance for good measure. Will be a 1 kill taken back onto Niket, but NIP take that. You know, normally there's a response on the other side of the map, but Doinby actually teleports down to the bot lane. It'll be NIP not only getting themselves the Harrow that they proc mid, but they're going to get even more. They're going to get that bot lane tier 1 and maybe even the mid lane tier 1 too, with Niket crashing in and just overloading the mid lane.
Yeah, we're going for more. Solo kill has to answer top. He'll have TP. They're going to charge it into mid lane. Baya has half HP, which does, you know, worry me a little bit. But Ninjas in Pyjamas come out huge, and this is the map play that we saw from them in game number 1. Trading turrets on sides of the map so they can make sure that they're up on gold. Giving over some of those objectives, but now they get to have their cake and eat it too.
Now we did mention Ultra Prime. Just looks like UP getting some sort of trade on the bot side of the map, but overall NIP pretty happy about how things are going at this point in the game. Not a lot of major objectives to fight for, so just making sure you're trading gold onto members who need it. As solo kill gonna get a nice influx of cash.
How depressing is this, by the way, as Junhao?
How is being a very consistent player on this Ultra Prime roster, somebody who, even from split 2 and 1, had pretty solid moments throughout the split. Right now it's Nayo having the better end of things against him. However, as I say that, he comes in and one-shots Niket to pick up the first kill of this fight around the mid lane. Teleport comes in from solo kill, but he gets instantly targeted and shut down by Baya. 2-0 in favor of UP so far, and those a lot of shurikens on that Aphelios as Ultra Prime looking to continue the chase. Saber just forcing a ton of those global summoner spells off of Ultra Prime's hands. No teleports now on the solo laners. They have to go for the full 5v5, but now it's Doinby letting a 2-man taunt, stunning up Zhong before he gets a chance to do anything and taken down by Leave. A 1-0 so far. Solo kill with the poke execution onto Junhao, but a nice kite away with the depth charge of Xiaoxia is going to keep his jungler alive, but NIP, now with the numbers advantage, can go right back to the objective.
It's so tough to answer back into these fights, and they did have ultimates, but no Cyclone here for Junhao means we need to be waiting. We need to bide our time here. Otacon's going to go over to NIP. And what else can Ultra Prime get on the opposite side of the map? A teleport from Doinby into mid means that he will pick up this wave, and it'll be a single turret going over to Ultra Prime. Maybe this dragon that spawns in 30 seconds, but with ninjas in pajamas, they're going to start up this dragon now. Rise has a flank. There is no flash on Saber, no flash on Bayet. This is going to be an incredibly tough fight for UP.
Already at 3,000, and nice use of the shield with Duran from Dormy to make sure there's no possibility for a steal. And already a big chunk onto Junhao makes this fight much harder for Ultra. Don't need to really force anything right now for NIP, which is why they have not started hitting it. Instead, just going for a bit of a bait. However, Xiaosha just decides to start the fight for them, and the public execution from Solo Kill is going to allow him to 1v1 Baya on the back line. Already a 3-0, but Zhang and Saber are still alive. Realm Warp getting popped by the Rise to allow him to escape, but it'll be the rest of the team falling by his side. A 4-for-2 overall, as NIP's top side will march towards the Dragon to pick up the Soul.
That's the Soul. God damn it, Xiaosha. That was such a close engage, but no one else is there. There's no Realm Warp from Saber to set this up. Baya gets completely soloed out by this Mbessa. A great team fight on two different fronts there, coming in for Ninjas in Pajamas, and exactly the kind of teamwork that I needed to see as we close out this series. Matter, like the AD carry dies, who cares? He's still gonna have Soul, and guess what? We check back into the picture-in-picture right now. Ultra Prime need to do a Desperation Baron attempt, but NIP are already back out.
Already have the Soul in hand as well, locking up Saber, forcing him to go golden, but Baya actually taking down Niket to start the fight off. Ultra Prime don't want to play for the finish, they want to play for the fight now that it's a 4v5, with Doinby teleporting in, dashing forward, forcing Baya to flash away. Xiaosha becoming the target, he gets taken down by Leave, and now it can become a reset city for Nayo. He jumps in, using that Heartbreaker to try to find another one. A public execution on Baya will shut him down once more, and now it's Saber running the wrong way, away from NIP, but right into their own base. He will get taken down eventually, whether it's by the turret or by Solo Kill himself. It looks like actually Saber will be able to send him on a wild goose chase far enough, while the rest of NIP will take the Baron down.
All right, boys, let's close this game out now. Baron, Dragon buff, the Soul there. Saber even has to use the Realm Warp to get out. It is not meaningful. The solo lanes, in particular the mid lane, we thought that this Rise was going to have such more of an impact.
Scary, but not scary enough at this point. As with Baron buff in NIP's hands for the next 2 minutes time. We're going to start cracking open these structures, break open the base, and try to put an end to this series in 2-0 fashion. Look at the level 17, 3 levels ahead of Baya at this point, as this Sivir really has come online. Finishing touches soon to come on the bottom side of the map.
Nice shot from the picture-in-picture to show us that Baya, no flash, no cleanse.
Oh, just Baya's no chance at this point. Crowd control lock to Oblivion, and then making a double kill, going over to the Viego, who is now 9-0-6. Not the 11-0 just yet that we saw in Game 3. But Nayo on this champion going to continue to be a problem on NIP's side. Ultra Prime with one last-ditch effort to save the game. Not going to find any sort of success at this point. Niket dashes forward with another Zenith Blade, and this should be it. The Nexus has been broken open in NIP with a much cleaner series this time around. Now Solo Kill gets himself a double. The Nexus will be exposed. Those KDA's going to get padded. Leave gets himself another, and it'll be a 2-0 over Ultra Prime for NIP.